Hi, and welcome to Blazing Bullets. Today we're going to take a look at my Sig Sauer Patrol 716 today, and I'm going to tear it apart here and see, let everybody show and let everybody see how you tear one of these apart, what kind of parts are in this, and also to clean it up. I have to clean this up after firing it. Let's get to work here. First of all, take out the magazine, which the magazine is full. Make sure the weapon is secure. Make sure there's no rounds in the weapon. Generally, I like to take it a few times, rack it back and forth, make sure there's no rounds in there. Make sure you didn't put one in. I've seen that happen before, where someone has actually put a round into the chamber and figured it was clear, but it wasn't clear. So what I do is I take the rounds a couple times, or take the slide a couple times to make sure there's nothing in there. You can see that weapon is empty. It does fire without the magazine in. And back in the back compartment back here, Sig was nice enough to add a couple 5.56 rounds. Only these are blank 5.56 rounds. They're just little plastic ones. If I can get them out of here. They don't seem to want to come out. Come on out. Come on. Alright, got one of the little plastic rounds out. These are just little plastic rounds. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it's just a fake plastic polymer round. Probably not even a 5.56 size. I don't think it is, but it looks like one. Kind of neat. Basically what you do, and it's pretty easy to tear these apart. There's two pins. There's one here and there's one here. I usually take the back one and hit that out first. You got to push it a little bit. Pin pops down. On the other side, you'll see the pin pulled out. You can see that now it does pull apart here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take off the other side here. So we're going to totally disconnect the firing pin and everything from, or the trigger and everything from the upper receiver. So you push the other one out as well. And just like the other one, and these are captured pins. You pull out the pin. You might have to wiggle that a little bit. There you go. Now you have a totally disconnected stock trigger group from the upper receiver. If you have to do anything like change out the Magpul arm adjustment here, which just does adjust up and down. You can do so right here in the back part. But we'll go ahead and here we're just going to try cleaning out the upper receiver part here. Up here you'll find out that there is a piston. The piston is right here. This is just like a AK-47. It has a little short stroke piston that actually cycles the rounds. Turn that. This is, if you can see that, it turns right here. This little knob turns, and you can put like a screwdriver in there if you have to. I don't have to, but you can see that maybe a little bit better if I do that with a. But the little piston turns, it rotates. Push it in some more, rotate it some more. And if you notice, the little cap comes off. There's a little cap right here. This came right off out of here. I'm having trouble here seeing my camera. So it pulls right out of here. And out of here will come a piston. This is the short stroke piston by Sig. generally doesn't get too dirty. It's not like a gas-fed one. You'll get a little bit of dirt up on here, and a little bit of carbon, a little bit of powder. You can see that it's. And I fired probably, well, if you looked at one of our other videos, you can see that I fired probably 30, 40 rounds through it, and that's about as dirty as it is. So it doesn't get very dirty in there. Doesn't even really need clean, but for sake of tearing this apart, we're going to do so. Okay, so we added the mat. I actually put some paper down just so everybody can see this maybe a little bit better. What we're going to do is tear out the receiver. We're going to try to clean that. Like I said, I only put about 40 rounds through this, so it really doesn't really need cleaning, but you know, for the sake of doing the video and to show people how this tears apart and what to do, that's what we're going to do. So next thing what you want to do here, you want to pull out the receiver. You have to pull on the charge handle, and that will pop out your receiver here. See that pulls straight out there, and it's kind of hard to do upside down. You pull that out, and the handle should come with it. There's your bolt receiver. Like I said, this is the Sig Sauer Patrol 716, and this is a 308 Winchester round that it fires. That's a NATO 762 by 51. That's pretty much all it is to tear that apart. These are the pieces to it. If I can get my short stroke piston back up there, and the little cap for it. This is what you need to pull out to clean it. Obviously, you want to clean up inside the barrel. This has a, I believe it's a seven twist barrel. It's chrome line. I know it's chrome line. I think that the twist on it's 7 to 1. Next, what I do is I kind of spray things down a little bit. You want to be mindful of the firing pin section right here. You don't want to get any gunk or junk up in there. I don't really go up in there too much, but you want to clean up most of the piston here, which is, I put a little ballistol in there. Ballistol is a pretty good oil. It lubricates as well as cleans, and it smells real nifty too. How many times I've smelled this stuff. Whew. But it works good, so you can't argue with how it works. I usually take a little piece of paper towel. Paper towel is your friend. Clean all the excess oil off of there. You can let it sit if you want a little while. Sometimes I'll let it. If I've been shooting a lot, sometimes I'll let the oil sit there and just kind of clean things up. But as I said before, you don't have to do a whole lot of. You don't have to go crazy on these things when you're cleaning them. A little bit of cleaning goes well, but I mean, if you're going to go crazy and nitpicking and try to get every speck off of it, just not going to happen. Weapons are what they are. And, they're not made to be idle pieces or whatever. They're working items. It's just like a hammer. You're just not going to have a perfectly clean hammer after you use it. Same thing with your weapon. It's going to get dirty, and I think it gives it a little bit of character. Alright, next I'm going to probably shoot some ballistol up in here. And usually I put a piece of paper towel at the bottom because you're going to have to catch some of the gunk coming out of there. Yep, and I rip my paper towel in there. That's not good. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to take a little bit of ballistol, shoot it down through the barrel. I usually let that sit for a little while. You twist it around a little bit, let the ballistol run down the barrel. Again, if you've done a lot of firing and you think it needs a little bit more cleaning than that, I'll usually take a bore snake to it, and maybe I'll show you that as well. We'll pull out the bore snake and we'll use that as well. But like I said, I've only shot 40 rounds through it, so it's really not that filthy, but we'll do that. Alright, one bore snake's the same as any other one. This just happens to be the one I have. This is for a 308. My son uses it for his AK-47, so I mean it's the same chamber. So basically, just pull out the bore snake. Always start from the rear, or back where the bullet goes in. You start back here and go forward. With these things, they have a little weight that drops through there. Drop the weight through. And you'll see it pops out the bottom. Amazing, huh? Pull the bore snake through. And you can do that several times if you have to. Like I said, again, depending on how many rounds you fired through it and how dirty it is. I think you get the idea though. But that's all I'm going to do with this one. Fire it one time, right through. That's pretty much all there is to that. I'll put a little extra ballistol, rub it in with my hand on my little piston. And that goes in the end, back up in there, drop it in. Obviously the pointy end there, which is the actual piston that actually cycles the rounds. Push it in. Put the cap back on. You might want to stick a little bit on ballast on that. Won't hurt it. Make it easier to take off next time.